after the massage, I was like coughing up more mucus than I have in like a week or two.
So you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another day in the Frey Life. I have an early morning this morning. I went and met with some guys. We were just praying for people around us and praying for our city, and it was a good morning. We met at a coffee shop, but I don't know why this happens, but every time I plan to use my smoker, like when Mary and I got back from our trip, we went to the grocery store and there was a good deal on brisket, and I was like, well, let's do a brisket this week. And so I've got things going on throughout the week. I was like, Tuesday will be a good day. I'll be up early. I'll start the brisket, and I always seem to start it when it's pouring raining. So I've got the umbrella out, smoker going. I just threw the brisket on there. So hopefully, I think that should finish up around dinner time. So that'll be good. And I'm gonna take advantage of being up early and get some work done. Do some planning and hopefully recording for my podcast today. Man, if you want to join me over on my channel for the podcast, we're going through 2 Corinthians, and it's rocking my world. It's good stuff. So I'm excited to go jump into that, do some reading and studying and preparing. Okay, brisket's been going for most of the day. Mary and I got some orders packed up from the online store, and we took a little walk with Ollie boy because it is a beautiful, well, it's not beautiful, it's raining. Well, there was a break in the rain. We took a walk and it's like 70 degrees, almost. Well, let's see what the temperature is. It's 69. And so that's warm, guys. Feeling like springtime. The trees are starting to bud, the tulips and the bulbs are coming out. In fact, I don't know if Mary showed you her grape hyacinths. She loves grape hyacinths. And
Tell them how you said yesterday we used to have to hunt for them.
Yeah, we used to have to hunt for them. And I think we have a vlog where we were like hunting. Mary really wanted, it's kind of a childhood memory because she had them at her parents' house and blah, blah, blah. And we searched for them, and she'd think that she saw them on the side of the road. We pulled the car over, and they weren't actually them. Anyways, her friend sent her some bulbs, and she planted them in the winter, and they came up. I'll show you guys. Check this out. Grape hyacinths. Very magical. They're funny looking.
You know what I thought was interesting? Yesterday, I went and got a massage because my muscles have been so messed up, and after the massage I was like coughing up more mucus than I have in like a week or two. And I thought it was so interesting because back in the day, like when I was in the hospital and they had a massage therapist come, I was already just coughing so much up that I didn't see a difference before or after the massage as far as like how open my lungs felt or anything. And this time it wasn't like, oh, I breathe so much better, but I did notice, I kept saying in the car, I cannot believe this. It does make sense that if all of the muscles in between like your ribs and like your rib cage are all really like tight, that you can't expand your lungs as much. That makes sense to me. And so it makes sense that like with more movement, airway clearance would be more effective. So I thought that was kind of amazing. And of course we celebrate the fact that I don't cough up a lot of mucus, but the reality is it's still in, not as much, but there is still mucus in there. So whenever I can cough it up and get it out, that's a good thing. So it was kind of like, whoa, this is weird. Like I'm coughing stuff up so much after the massage, but it was like a good thing. My lungs also were I was like having to clear my throat because I was like getting mucus up every like 28 seconds during my massage. Not quite that frequently, but very frequently. But I was like, you know what? the massage therapist knows that I have CF, so they're not gonna think anything of it, I guess. But it was also interesting. I was coughing a lot on Sunday morning during church, which hasn't been the case for the most part for the last 6 months. And on Sunday morning, I started thinking, oh, I should like apologize to the pastor afterward. It was like, I don't know why that thought crossed my mind. I was like, oh, I feel bad that I'm like coughing so much. And then I was like, wait a second, Mary, you went 29 years coughing and there was nothing you could do about it, and you never felt the need to apologize. You don't need to apologize for what your body needs to do. I was like, that is so weird that all of a sudden I felt like I needed to apologize. I mean, it's not wrong to apologize. And I actually told the pastor when we were talking to him afterward, I told him like that story, and he was of course amazing about it and just was like, don't even worry about it.
Mary went and is hanging out with a friend for the afternoon, and I left to go drop off packages and get the vlog done, and I realized I left the camera with her, so I ran back to get the camera from her, and then I came to the office to get the vlog done and get some work done, and now I'm feeling pretty tired, but productive day so far. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more done on planning for the podcast, and we'll see you guys at home.
Anybody hungry?
Yes, I'm so excited, but I don't want to leave the cat.
You don't want to get him.
Just snuggle her.
Ooh.
Never did I ever.
You're just having the best snuggle. Dinner is served. Okay, should we cut it?
Yes.
Bread on wood is like perfect. Oh, you want to do it?
Oh, you do it.
No, you can do it. You do it.
You made it. Crusty.
It is called crusty bread.
Yum. It's hot.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
It looks good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Does it look good to you?
I think so. It's a little bit dense,
It is dense.
but it'll be
It's kind of
good.
like sourdough, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she leans it up on its side like this and then cuts down, cuts the slices. Is that working?
Oh, yeah.
Also, she said when it's cold, like when it's cooled, it's easier to cut. So
Oh, we
maybe,
hungry.
yeah.
It's really good. I love it. It is really dense, like boing, 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 boing. But it tastes like sourdough to me.
Yeah.
Like my favorite sourdough.
In the whole world?
I haven't had a whole lot of sourdough, but yeah.
Cool. Oops. This reminds me of what happened on the airplane.
Oh, it's already spilled. Mary didn't tell me that her bag was leaking. Her bag that had all trace in it, and I pulled it out of my backpack, and just all trace went everywhere on the plane and was like rolling down the aisle.
When we left, when we walked out of the plane, I looked down and I was like, oh. One of my all trays had rolled all the way to the front of the plane, which was only 2 seats ahead of us, or like 1 seat ahead of us. But I was like, oh, my bad. I have bread in my mouth. Can you tell them?
When the sky is blue. I read your mind. Okay, after 12 hours of smoking, here's what we got. Okay, the brisket, so good. I think I'm learning new things every time. Well, this is only the second time I made brisket, but I used a different spice. It ended up being kind of a little more spicy than I would have liked, but look at that pink smoke ring around it. So good. But I think after I like cut it, maybe just my first few bites were just all the spices, because it didn't seem so bad after I cut it. And anyways, really good. It's kind of like the fun of attending to it all day, and then it was like 8 o'clock at night it finished, and it's like the reward of we get to eat morsels of goodness. Anyways, we're getting ready for bed. I've got I'm gonna be gone for most of the day tomorrow. Mary will be holding down the fort here, so I need to get to bed. I didn't sleep a whole lot last night, so let's go get some sleep and see what I think. Mary's getting ready for bed. We'll go see. Guys, this is hilarious. Harry knows the drill. When he comes up to bed, Mary holds the bottom of her sweatshirt open, and he just crawls up and sticks his head out the neck of her. It's like his little
circus tent that he gets in.
Oh, he's adorable. Well, we both were creative today. I made brisket and you made bread.
Ooh, brisket and bread with the fries. They're all like, sounds riveting.
No, I thought you were talking about lunch tomorrow.
Oh, no, I was talking about video series. Also, Ollie was creative because I could tell like he wanted his brain to work.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of pointed my hand aimlessly and wanted to let him decide what to get. So I was like, go get it, bring. He brought me everything from the living room, including Harry's bed, which Harry wasn't in it, and a Post-it note. So while we were gone in Chicago, my mom, my sister, my nephew, and their dogs, so Gracie and Blizzy, all came and stayed with Harry and Ollie. And so they like had so much fun. And I had left my mom and Rachel some Post-it notes, like extra pillowcases are in this cabinet, and like put Post-its all over the house. And they left me all these Post-it notes.
Did you see the one inside of the coffee? I just saw that one this morning. There's one inside the coffee.
What did it say? Yeah, and like Wesley's footprints were on the bathroom mat, because it's kind of like a textury bathroom mat. And so they put a Post-it, Wesley was here. Like, just so fun. Anyway, Oliver brought me one of the Post-it notes. And he brought me everything, including then, he was just like having so much fun, so I just kept saying, go get it, go get it, go get it. And
did I hear he grabbed the window curtain?
He grabbed the curtain, and he didn't realize, because he was putting his head under the side table, we moved the couch around again. And he thought it was like a ball, so he grabs the ball of the curtain knot. And I was like, whoa, that's the curtain. And he's like looking up at it like, oh.
That's attached to the wall.
Brought me a blanket.
Aww, you're so cute. All right, guys, thanks for coming on our day today. And
as always,
we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Night, Ollie boy.